What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamily? This, of course, here's Jamiroquai 2000 with another funny story from my week in England from 2023. This is a brand new limited series here on my channel where I'm going to be recounting funny stories from my week in England, which I recently went on between August 22nd and August 27th to see Jamiroquai Victoria's Festival and to join the warm hearth of the British people of the Jamily. And yeah, I accrued some pretty amazing stories and funny stories that I thought I'd share here on my channel. And this second story, not maybe as self-deprecationally embarrassing as the first story, but this one's going to be dealing with being on the VIP list at Victoria's Festival. Now, I'll give you a little bit of context for any of you in the online Jamily who otherwise have not watched my vlogs from my week in England. I was invited by the band Jamiroquai to come to the Victoria's Festival in Portsmouth, England on August 25th, and I planned a whole trip was staying with my lovely friend Jan, Mrs. P, otherwise known to the Jamily as Mrs. P. She's one of the longest tenured members of the online Jamily or the online Jamiroquai fan base for over nearly the same amount of time as me, around over 25 years. But she was gracious enough with her and her lovely friends and to host me while I was in England. And basically, we were, the day of the festival, which was day 3, we went to the festival and we were waiting in line with everybody else to get our premium passes for being on the VIP list for the Victoria's Festival, and we went to the main ticket office, and in the meantime I was looking at fans walking past us of the Jamily wearing like Indian headdresses and Jamiroquai regalia, and all I could do is, hey, nice hat, hey, nice headdress, that's all I could do. So we get to the ticket office and we find out, me and Jan find out that we have to go to a completely different place on the same outskirts of the Victoria's Festival to get our VIP status confirmed and to get our arm wristbands so we could get into the festival. So after another long meandering walk around the outside outskirts of the fairgrounds, or the festival grounds, I should say, we come to a lovely little tent on the other side, probably a block of walking around the tarped off wall around the festival grounds for Victoria's Festival, and we find this little tent where it's the artist entrance and guests of artists that are performing at the Victoria's Festival to get their accreditation or to get their bracelets and everything. So we went into a tent and we met a nice gentleman. We were like, yeah, we are on the VIP list for the band Jamiroquai and we are here to see the band live. So he had a little handy laptop computer, much like the one I have, and he was going through the list of the names of the friends of certain bands or artists that were performing at the Victoria's Festival that were on the VIP list, and he did take a good, considerable, long amount of time trying to find our names. Now, me, I was most sure that we were on the VIP list. I had gotten confirmation from the band, making sure that me and my friend were going to be on the VIP list. But my friend Jan, on the other hand, can be a little bit skittish and a little bit impatient, and not in a bad way, but in unsureness. Okay, so I'm standing there, I'm smiling, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get wristbands, no problem. We're on the VIP list. While Jan is sitting next to me, sitting on pins and needles, looking up and going, are you sure we're on the list, Brent? Are you sure we're on the VIP list? And I was like, Jan, calm down. It'll be perfectly fine. I'm sure everything's fine. Maybe it's just a little bit of a mix-up. Now, the gentleman in the tent, of course, very, very professional. He had a female associate there that was helping him go through the long list on that computer spreadsheet to find our names. And I was like, Jan, just calm down. It'll be perfectly fine. If there is a problem of us not being on the VIP list, just message Charlie. She's like, oh, right. I'll message Charlie. And she's on the cell phone. She's an absolute wizard with cell phones. I'm not a wizard with cell phones. You'll never see me within 5 feet of a cell phone, or, it'll be like the dog from Up. Squirrel! You know what I mean? I am totally allergic to cell phones. But she's on the cell phone, and at champion, messaging Charlie just to make sure there's not any problems. So I just simply say to the gentleman, I don't see a name on the list here. I've got to keep looking. I go, why don't you look up our handles, our nicknames? I'm Jamiroquai 2000. He's like, right, mate, I see your name here. You're perfectly on here. Jan is still on pins and needles, sitting there going, oh, blimey. Oh, hope we're on the VIP list. And she's about to melt down there. And I'm calming her down. I'm like, Jan, don't worry. It's probably we're on the list. He's just having a hard time trying to see us. It is a spreadsheet after all. He's like, the gentleman comes, you darn right, I can't see you on this thing. It's really small. I go, well, try, and I just by happenstance, just by instinct, I said to the gentleman, I'm like, how about you look up our nicknames? Look up Mrs. P. My friend Jan may be Mrs. P. And Jan's like, yeah, I'm Mrs. P. So he ends up looking with an associate comes over and goes, let me show you how to use this. And they're both lurched over looking at this laptop screen. I'm still smiling. I know we're going to get a line of Jan still on pins and needles. The whole time. She's just like, Blimey, I hope we're on the list. And then the gentleman spots Mrs. P after my suggestion. He goes, oh, right, here you are, Miss P. You're right there. Okay, let me get your bracelets. And she is overjoyed after finding out that her name was on the list. And Jan's like, oh, boy, yes, we coming in. Oh, boy. I'm like, yeah, I told you, Jan. And then I'm standing there like, and then like, the one guy in the office environment who's like, I proved you. I was like, I told you, Jan. I had you. I had you. Don't doubt me. So we both got our lovely little bracelets, a premium upcharge, or Victoria's Festival premium upgrade, which was what their designation for VIP and people who paid the extra money to get up on that big. You might remember from my vlogs, people who see my vlogs, at the Victoria's Festival grounds, there was a big grandstand in the back where people could stand them, have drinks, and actually get a better view of the Victoria stage that was literally hundreds of feet away. But me and Jan and all of our friends decided to stay on the grounds, so we enjoyed ourselves. But yeah, Jan was completely uncertain that we were on the VIP list, but luckily things worked out. We got in the festival, and Bob's your uncle. We had an amazing time at Victoria's Festival, and like I said in my vlogs, my last vlog I did, my series, I said massive thank you to people at Jamiroquai Limited, everybody at JK's Management and Jamiroquai for giving this an opportunity for us to attend Victoria's Festival. My second tour date, seeing Jamiroquai live. So I hope you enjoyed that story about us. Are we on the Festival VIP list? I do have a few more stories to share of the series here on my YouTube channel, so keep your eyes out for those episodes very soon. But as always, this is Jamir Fan 2000. I hope you enjoyed that funny story from my week in England in 2023. If you like what you saw, be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to ding the bell on your YouTube to stay up to date on all the latest new content coming from the Jamir Fan 2000 YouTube channel as we go into fall and winter of 2023 into 2024. I'm hopefully going to have some more content come out very soon. I'll try my darndest to bring you more entertaining content. But as always, this is Jamir Fan 2000, and I'll see you again really soon with another funny story from my week in England in 2023. Bye-bye, everybody, and take care, and love you, Jan. Mwah.